All right, Shalom. First off, we want to start by giving all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakar Kodash. Double honors to our apostle and elders of Great Millstone, and honors and salutations unto you brothers that's preaching this word in sincerity and truth. And Shalom to you sincere listeners and believers thereof. All right. So we just wanted to hop into this lesson through the Spirit. In Lord's will, it just be edifying. We're going to title this lesson, "It's Not Over Until It's Over." Because yes, it's very evident that we are at the time of the end, yet we're not at the end of the end. And a lot of guys, they feel like they already made it, like it's already over, like the how do you say, the war is already won. Yeah, we won in the spirit, yet it hasn't fully physically manifested. Yet a lot of guys feel like they're already there. All right, and that's far from true. Okay, we still have a little way to go. Okay, so we're gonna start off right here in Saint Matthew, chapter 24, verse 3. It says, "And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world?" So the disciples came privately, inquiring Yahweh Shai about when should the end be. Okay. All right, because it wasn't back then. All right, like the Apostle Paul mentioned in Thessalonians, there had to be a falling away first. Yeah. And we have failed, and we were discontinued from our heritage, and now we have risen through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and we have returned to our power. Okay, we have returned to our heritage, to who we are, to our enemy is, and to understanding the times that we're in, which is the end. Okay, with what the disciples were inquiring about, we're in that time. All right, it says verse 4, "And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many."
Yeah, basically saying that they have it. Saying that. You read that part again?
Yeah.
Saying that. Oh, go ahead.
Verse 5, St. Matthew 24 and 5, "For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many."
Yeah, they're going to actually have the name. Yet that don't mean that they're right, because they're still going to deceive many. They're not right in the spirit. Yeah, they may have the right name, know the name of the Heavenly Father and the Son. Yet that doesn't mean that they're a man of the Lord, just because they have the name. Just like the scriptures say, I believe it's going to go into that, where it say they shall have Lord, have I not prophesied in thy name?
No, it's in another
yeah, you don't have to
verse.
grab it, but yeah, like the scriptures say, just like it says, people are going to say that Lord, have I not prophesied in thy name? Mm-hmm. So even though you have the name, doesn't mean that that you're right in the spirit, or that you have the right, that you're teaching it right, Mm-hmm. That just mean you know the name. A lot of people know the name. Does that mean that they're right, or that they're in the spirit? No, That's why the scriptures say to try the spirits by the spirits, because a lot of guys are out there deceiving men. Yep. And that's why you have to be circumspect so that you don't be deceived. And that's why, and the scriptures go into that. If it were at all possible to deceive the elect, okay, at the end of the day, the elect are not going to be deceived through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. It's just for the masses to be deceived. And 2/3 of our people that's not meant to come to the truth.
Okay. It says verse 6, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet."
And we hear those things all the time now. We're in the days where that's literally all we hear on the news is wars and rumors of wars. but we're not troubled, and we know that the end is not yet because there's more prophecies that have to come to pass and be fulfilled.
Exactly.
We are in the last days, yet we're not at the end.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the last days. We're not at the end though, you know.
Yep.
We're nearing the end, but we're not at the end because
Yep.
there's still many things that still need to happen, and that's written in the scriptures to come to pass.
Yep. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
Yeah, and all these things are going on, famines and earthquakes in diverse places. All right, it just hasn't hit America. You have earthquakes that happen in America, but the famine hasn't hit here. It's happening in different parts of the world. So it's starting to go on. Like I said further up, we're in the last days, but we're not at the end yet. You know.
Yep. It says, all these are the beginning of sorrows.
Yeah, all these are the beginning of sorrows. That means that we're not at the end. We're in the beginning of sorrows. Because everybody, they're in the sorrowful spirit these days. Why? Because we're in the last days. All right, all the joy and cheerful, jolly spirits and all that, you don't see that no more. Because we're in the last days, so it's nothing but sorrow out here in these streets. All right?
Sure. Yep. It says, verse 9, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
Yeah, and that time is coming.
Mm-hmm.
Because they tried to, they already started it, not tried, they already started demonizing us like a little bit when we was on the news, but it just came and went.
Mm-hmm.
Yet that was the introduction, so people, they're not going to be shocked when they see it again on the news the next time Esau throws a false flag out there, because it's already been on the media. So people will be like, "Oh, I knew those guys. They're the guys who would try to do something like that." So that narrative will be easy to push for Esau because he already introduced the Israelites to the people, so to speak, putting it on the news and putting it in a bad light, you know.
Sure.
And so that day is going to come where we are brought before Esau's people, man.
Yep.
Yet there's nothing to be afraid of because that's just further confirming the scriptures.
That's right. Yeah, that's the time that we're entering into, the time of persecution, the time of Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation. This is the year of Charagma. All right, the chip has to be pressed out on a high level, man. Okay, and it has to be made mandatory. You know, I just did a video a couple of days ago out there out there in Europe. Okay, the EU countries, they're pretty much about to make mandatory these new pretty much I forgot what it was called, the ID cards with chips in them, basically with all your information.
Yep.
And if you want to travel, and if you're a citizen there, you have to have it. Okay, and what is that a step closer to? The mark of the beast, man. The actual chip being inserted in you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because your ID is something that you have to have on you at all times.
Yep.
So that's basically, like the brother was saying, getting you ready for the chip, because the chip is going to be implanted in you at all times. Because you literally have to have your ID on you. If you don't, you're through. Yep. If you ever get pulled over by the police and you don't have your ID on you, 9 times out of 10 you'll be through.
That's right. Okay. It says and then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many.
Good. And you got that going on now. I even seen I was on the Google Plus, and it was a bug out that like fell out a while back from the up in the New York camp. I don't know the dude's name, but he's this dude really teaching that Babylon is in America is in Babylon, and that the missiles are not in the scriptures. So you got many false prophets out there. That's just like, that was just one of them. I just happened to come across a video. I was just like, you dudes are through. Like that's like, false prophets, man. It's going to be made known that you are false prophets, because that's not Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And your work is going to come to naught. When all hell's breaking loose, since you think what you want to think, let's see if Yahweh Shem Yahushai is with you when all hell breaks loose. Keep teaching what you're teaching. You know, we ain't gotta even worry about you. You're not fooling anyone. You don't have any fruit because you're teaching the wrong doctrine.
That's right. That's right. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
And iniquity is overly abounded in America, and that's why everybody's love is waxing cold for one another. There is no love for one another. Everybody's fake to each other. They, fake ass smiles. When you at work, you work at like wherever you may work at. People greet you like, "Hey, how's it going?" This and that. They don't really care about how you doing. They're just trying to be PC, so to speak, since they see the same people every day. You're in the work area, but again, let something happen to you out here on the streets. You get beat up or attacked or robbed, or ain't nobody coming to your aid. They don't care about you. And then let all hell breaks loose. That's going to be the prime example right there. If all hell breaks loose right now and the economy collapse, is everybody going to come together like, hey, let's support each other, let's form a community to help each other survive? No, they're gonna be killing each other instantly, trying to survive, thinking about themselves.
That's right. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
Yeah, he that endure to the end. So it's all about continuing to endure to the end. Because that's the same that shall be saved, the ones that endure to the end. All right, that doesn't mean you take a break, then you come back and continue to endure. No, you gotta continually nonstop, continually endure without any breaks, man. You can't just take a break then come back, do it when it's convenient for you. No, you have to continually endure, man, always.
Because it's still going on. It's still we're still in Babylon, okay? Prophecy still has to be fulfilled. Hey man, it's not over yet. We're still being tried. All right. Hey man, we haven't even entered into the last test. All right. That's why it says this right here. This is Sirach 4:28. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee.
Yep.
Because certain men are going to be put to death. Certain men are going to be martyrs. Matter of fact, let me pull that up, because John the Revelator seen that, man. Okay, brothers, certain brothers. Well, I'll just bring it out. This is pretty much certain brothers being beheaded for what? For denouncing the mark of the beast, refusing to take the RFID microchip. Okay, certain brothers are going to be snatched up and placed in concentration camps. All right, as a child of their faith, and I'll bring that out as well. These things have to come to pass. Okay, and they haven't came to pass yet. So guess what? It's not over yet. Okay. A lot of you guys are in fucking like we did that show, man. They flagged it on my page. A lot of you guys are in Disneyland, man, in La La Land. All right, but you're gonna wake up in a goddamn concentration camp, being tortured. All right. Okay. Yet the men of the Lord, they know what time it is. They're preparing their minds and their spirits, and they understand what needs to come to pass, and that it hasn't come to pass yet. This is Revelation 20:4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and that judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushai, and for the word of the Most High, in which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark, which that word for mark is charagma, all right, an incision, okay, that is made in your flesh. Talking about the RFID microchip, all right. It says, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. So anywhere in your body, pretty much, man. You're not to get it. You're not to take that chip. And they lived and reigned with Hamashiach Yahushua 1,000 years.
Showing you that there's going to be martyrs.
Yeah.
But and what did it say that they did? They stood up and held your integrity until the very end, even if it was requiring your spirit. not your spirit, but your life.
Yep. Yep.
Right? And that's the type of mentality that you have to have. Keeping your integrity to the very end, even if it requires your life. Because you're standing up for what you believe in. You're not folding,
Mm-hmm.
And that's the type of men that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai wants.
Yep.
Just like the scripture in Sirach says, striving for the truth and the death. Some guy's going to literally do that, that are meant to be martyrs through the Spirit, yet Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is going to put the Spirit on you to boldly do that, man.
Yep. And you're going to be rewarded for it, man. You have to keep your eyes on the prize, man.
You're going to be right there with Yahushai. As soon as you get put to death, you're going to be right up there with Yahushai, coming back down with him.
Yep. Yeah, I got and a lot of men have died in their past lives, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the story of the prophets. Certain of the prophets, man. Okay, they were martyrs in their past lives, and there's going to be martyrs in this lifetime. But guess what? This is the last time, and like the brother said, we're going to go into the scriptures and let it speak for itself, man. All right, you're going to be first risen, and you're going to be greatly rewarded. All right. I'm gonna bring this out real quick since I referred to that. This is 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 7. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course.
That's spirit. I was gonna get that too.
Mm-hmm. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith.
Yeah, it's about fighting a good fight, because it's a fight until the very end. You have to finish it's a fight until you finish your course.
Mm-hmm.
All right, just like Paul said. All right.
That's right.
It says what? I have kept the faith. He kept the faith until the very end. He knew it was going to happen to him.
Yep. He knew it was his time. It was his time to go.
Yep.
And during that time,
Mm-hmm.
Paul back here today, man.
And he was did he sound like he was down and sad about it? No, he was ready to go. He was like, man, he went out. He was ready. Like even though he knew what was going to happen to him, he still went out there and did what he had to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the type of spirit you have to have on you. And it's really the Yahweh Shem Yahushai put that spirit on him. To be in that spirit.
Because he understood the end all be all.
Mm-hmm.
It says, I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith.
Mm-hmm.
Hint.
That's what we all have to have, the mentality that we all have to have about fighting a good fight and finishing our course and keeping the faith until the very end. Adam Ratazak.
Yep. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness,
mm-hmm.
which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day.
Yep.
And not to me only, but unto all them also that love his appearing.
Mm-hmm. So you got a crown of righteousness laid up for you, for if you do be a martyr.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're going to receive it before the rest of us do. The ones that are going to receive their salvation and be saved from the nuclear missiles. All right, the men that are martyrs, you just received it sooner. You're gonna be coming back with Yahushua, appearing like I said, appearing with His glory, man.
Yep. Yeah, it's about finishing your course, whatever your course is. And guess what? We're still running our course. Mm-hmm. So guess what? It's not over. Okay.
It's nowhere near over.
Yep.
The time of Jacob's trouble hasn't even came. So how's that? We're nowhere near done.
Exactly.
We have to still go through that.
Exactly. That's right.
The hour of temptation hasn't even happened. It says that it's gonna come upon all flesh on the earth. So we haven't even been through that. We're nowhere near done. Until the day of Jacob's trouble starts and our temptation, Esau coming with that great wrath, Revelation 12:12.
Mm-hmm.
All right, all these other scriptures that have to come to pass. We're not done. We're still on our course. We haven't finished our course.
It's Revelation 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
So you're not supposed to be afraid of that, all right? If you got to be cast into a FEMA camp where Esau roll on you and grab you, you gotta have faith that, but you gotta remain faithful unto death and know that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is with you, whether you're ordained to be a martyr or not.
Well, you gotta have the spirit like Paul had.
Yep.
I have kept the faith.
Mm-hmm.
I fought my fight. All right. I ran my course. I finished my course. Okay. You know, approach with boldness, with confidence, man. He was very confident and bold in the spirit, man, because he understood. Hey, man. Hey, if I maintain my faith, I have maintained my faith, man, and my time has come. So guess what? There was a crown waiting on me, waiting for me, and not only for me, but for the rest of you brothers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what it say. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
Yep, you gotta be faithful unto death. All right, so if it is required of you, so be it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you have to be faithful unto death.
Yep.
And we all are. That's why we Romans 12:1. All right, we making our bodies a living sacrifice now, given by us dedicating our life to serving Yahweh Shem Yahushai. The ultimate sacrifice is you actually giving your life for Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Yeah, it says there's no greater love than a man that laid his life down for his brother. Not quoting verbatim,
Mm-hmm.
and like the brother Warwick Gabar quotes a lot. Precious in the sight of the Most High is the
Yep.
death of his saints.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, why is it precious? Because that shows your faith. You know,
that's that like the brother said, that's the ultimate sacrifice you can make. That's
Mhm.
Yahweh Shai made the ultimate sacrifice
Yep.
for the elect first and foremost, and for the whole nation of Israel,
Mm-hmm.
and ultimately for Yahweh. You know, because what Yahweh Shai didn't want to didn't want to go through that. You know, the Apostle Bar goes into that a lot. You know, he prayed to the Lord, I
Yep.
believe 3 times, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yet it was the will of the Heavenly Father. That's what was pleasing unto him. That's what he wanted. Okay, that was the ultimate sacrifice, man.
And he dealt with it like a man, and he knew what it was.
And he knew that glory was awaiting him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he just hasn't got his glory on earth, but guess what? He's on his way back to get his glory and to glorify his men that have maintained the faith.
And just like the scriptures say, we have to arm ourselves likewise with the same mind. We have that same glory waiting for us,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and we have to understand that. We just have to. This is just what we have to go through, endure. You know, while we're here, all right, we enduring all this until we do get our glory.
Yep. This is Revelation 14:13. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Right blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth. Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors,
Mhm.
and their works do follow them.
Yeah, your works to follow you. So everything that you're doing, that's why the scriptures say in Matthew is about storing up treasures in heaven.
Yep.
So all your works that you're doing now, you've been storing treasures in heaven, and your works are going to follow you. All
Yeah.
right.
You get the cash out, so to speak, you know.
Mm-hmm. And if you're a martyr, you just cashed out early. That's all that is. Yet we're all still going to receive that same penny, like it says in Matthew's as well.
Yeah, your bank account is still up there, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it ain't going nowhere. Nobody can break into it. That's your account.
Yep.
All right.
You're still going to receive your reward.
Exactly.
You got you're still going to get that crown of glory.
Yep.
You know?
Crown of life, man.
Crown of life.
By Yahweh Shai himself, Lord, as well. We're going to go into that as well. This is First Thessalonians 4:13. But I would not have you to be ignorant, brethren, concerning them which are asleep,
Mm-hmm.
that ye saw not, even as others which have no hope. For if we believe that Yahweh Shai died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Yahweh Shai will the Most High bring with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So those who are martyrs, He's gonna bring with them. All right.
That's right.
And that's all that is. It's not. Really is regardless. It's a win-win situation, whether you're a martyr or you're not a martyr, because you're going to still receive that crown of glory. Man.
Yeah, because what you finished your course.
Mm-hmm.
Every brother has a different course to finish. Some sooner than others.
Yep.
Okay. Yet the point is finishing your course, because that's when it's over. All right. If you're still here, you still in Babylon. All right. Hey man, you're still running your course.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You know?
That's the course that was set up for you.
Exactly.
Just like if somebody who's ever appointed to be a martyr, that was this course set up for him. Just like the scriptures say that the Lord knoweth the temptation to put certain men through. He knows what you can handle. He knows certain men that can handle having that course set up for them.
Well, and then the Lord is going to put the spirit on you to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because it tells you in well, I'll grab it, you know, and then I'll hop back to where I was at. All right? So whatever position, because like the brother referred to, well, I'll grab that since you referred to it, and I'll hop to this. All right? With that same temptation, what? The Lord is going to make a way out.
Yep.
All right? Let me bring it out. This is bear with me for 1 second while I pull it up.
Yeah, so everybody's going to be appointed to what they can handle ultimately, man.
To what's
Like the brother said, the Lord is going to put the spirit on you to endure whatever you are placed on, that whatever situation you're put in.
Yeah, you're gonna the Lord is gonna put the spirit on you to endure whatever He has set up for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man.
Mm-hmm.
But the Most High is faithful, so you have to be faithful right back. All right, faithful unto death.
Mm-hmm.
Who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that you may be able to bear it.
Mm-hmm. That you may be able to bear it, and He always does make a way for you to escape it. And any brother can testify to that now. Anything that you've been through and didn't know how you would get out of it, or how would like the situation would get resolved, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua always presented a way out of it through the Spirit.
Yep. Yeah. Certain brothers are gonna get spiritual power.
Mm-hmm.
You
Lifting
know.
up that standard.
Yeah, exactly. You know, there's gonna be the angels are gonna intervene. All right, it's gonna be a lot of it's not gonna be a lot of high level spiritual things going on. All right.
Yeah, a person that is in the world that knew you from the videos, they may intervene, like say like, hey, you can hide here real quick, you know, or give you something, some food or something that you may need. You know, you never know how the Lord may play it out.
Yep. And then certain brothers are just going to be martyrs, man. The Lord is going to put the spirit on you, all right, to accept it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, put that manly spirit on you to, hey, all right, cool, you know, to endure it. Okay. Yep. Not to bitch up like the rest of these people are about to, you know. This is Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, which means long suffering, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Yeah, so even though the hour of temptation is going to try all them that dwell upon the earth, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is ultimately going to keep us, man. He's going to protect us.
Yep.
All right, because we trusted in Him.
That's right.
And we're going to continue to trust in Him out of Ratazah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's
right. And that's why He's going to keep us in that hour when everybody else is being tried and they're suffering.
Yeah.
All right. The Lord's going to sustain us and keep us going through the Spirit.
Yep. I'm gonna jump back to 1 Thessalonians 4. I'm gonna start at 13 again. But I would not have you to be ignorant, brethren, concerning them which are asleep, that ye sorrow not. Yeah, man. Cause hey, man, you should be happy for them brothers, man. Cause they finished their course, man. Shoot, they waiting on the rest of the Akyam. All right, you know. And that's the time, you know, the men that have passed away in this truth, leading up to those that are going to be martyrs. Okay, you know. During the time of Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation, all right, when all these calamities really hit the scene, that ye saw not, even as others which have no hope. For if we believe that Yahushua died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Yahushua will the Most High bring with him.
Mm-hmm.
For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. Yeah, so we're not gonna prevent them. All right, they're gonna be in the chariots, man. Yeah. They're already there. pretty much.
They coming with Yahweh Shai when you come down.
Exactly. They coming back to get the rest of the brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead and the Mashiach Yahushai shall rise first.
Yeah, and so they're going to be the first ones to rise. That only makes sense because they were martyrs.
Mm-hmm.
They died for the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, so they're risen first. All right, and they're going to be coming down along with Yahushai as we're getting delivered. You know.
That's right. It says, "Then we which are alive and remain,
Mm-hmm.
okay, shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord."
Yeah, so we which remain, the men that aren't meant to be martyrs, getting called up, you're going to meet up with everybody else in Yahweh Shai, and we're going to be with the Lord forever, man. All right.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. That's when it's over.
Yep.
Okay. You know, I'm gonna just finish this part off. It's a beautiful. You know, might as well finish the chapter off with this one. Wherefore, comfort one another with these words, and these words are supposed to be comforting to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's comforting to me. You know, this is supposed to be comforting to the flock. All right, because these words are faithful and true. Okay.
Right.
You know, I'll hop into this, going into those who are going to be remaining, those who are not going to be martyrs, pretty much. All right. This is Revelation 11 and 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, "Come up hither." And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's actually going to be it's actually going to be a voice, you know, in the Hebrew. Okay.
Yep.
Our natural tongue. Okay. The Lashawan Kodash, the Lashawan Tahar. Okay.
Just like Paul didn't, like Paul heard the voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It says, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, "Come up hither." And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. Yeah, because those who remain, okay, simultaneously while the missiles are being shot off. All right, you know, Yahweh Shai is going to return the fathership, okay, with an innumerable amount of angels and the brothers that were martyrs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right when the missiles are being shot off, man. Okay. Verse 13. In the same hour was there a great earthquake. Yeah, those missiles hitting ground zero. All right, hitting Babylon. It's going. The earth is going to rock to and fro like a drunkard. I believe it's in Isaiah the 24th chapter. All right, 200 million missiles are going to hit this place, man. That's a hell of a penetration. All right. In the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. Talking about all of Babylon, okay? 'Cause when you look into the FEMA camp, there's 10 zones, okay? When you look at the zip code, it goes from what 0 to 9.
Yeah.
And we're in California, and we're in that nine zip code area, okay? Over here on the west. All right. So all of America is going to be completely destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, which means just a complete number of men.
Mm-hmm.
And the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the power of heaven.
Yep. You're going to be affrighted when we receive that salvation, because we're going to be scarcely be saved.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be giving glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
That's right.
Right, when we are saved.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's going to be a scary thing. Just like the scripture says, scarcely being saved, it's going to be a frightening thing when we are saved. And we're going to be giving glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, being delivered from the destruction that's fallen America.
That's right. That's right. You know, that's when it's over, man. That's when your course is over. Those who remain here, man.
Mm-hmm.
The point being, we haven't got there yet, man.
Yeah.
So you got it.
Not because the scriptures speak about entering into that rest.
Yep. Oh, I'll
That's
bring it up.
that's when we were like you was going into. That's when we were at our end because we that's when we were able to really be at rest.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't really be at rest in this society.
Unless you're a demon.
Exactly. That's the only way you can be at rest because our spirit, this society, is contrary to our spirit because our spirit is of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't really be at rest here. It's just not. It's not. It can't happen. We can't. We don't feel right here because this isn't life. This isn't how it's supposed to be. This isn't like the brother we're going into. We're not at the end. All right. This isn't this because this isn't for us. All right. So when we do receive the salvation and America is destroyed, we scarcely be saved. We give him glory and all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's when we're going to be able to be at rest and enter into that rest because we're going to be able to we're done with our laboring in the Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Yeah.
That we're doing right now.
Exactly. You know, when we're delivered from these everlasting chains of darkness, these filthy ass bodies. Okay, this is Hebrews 4:9. There remaineth therefore a rest to the people of the Most High, chiefly the elect, man. All right, the Israel of the Most High. Okay, verse 10. For he that is entered into his rest, he also have ceased from his own works, as the Most High did from his.
Yeah,
as the powers did, as the Most High did from his.
Yeah, we haven't ceased from our works because we still have plenty of work to do. So we're not at the end clearly because we still have to labor.
That's right.
All right, we still are laboring. All right, when we're ceasing from our works is when this place is destroyed and we're scarcely saved out of here, man.
That's right.
That's when we're able to be at rest. That's when we can say we got the victory. We got the crown of life.
When we enter into those chariots, man. You know, it says, let us labor, therefore, to enter into that rest.
Yep, and that's why we laboring now. Because we want to enter into that rest. Because like I said, we can't be at rest here, man. This society is contrary to our spirit, man. All right? So we're laboring that we may enter into that rest and really have true rest once and finally. Finally and forever. Not even once and finally and forever.
Yep.
All right? That's why we're laboring that we may be able to enter into that rest because we don't have that here. We're seeking for that.
That's right. That's right. It says, let us labor, therefore, to enter into that rest, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief.
Yeah, and if you fall after the same example of unbelief, that means you're not going to be able to. That means you just fell off, man. You know, you're not going to receive salvation. You're going to have to come back through the loins of the elect. All right, we want to be part of that, the first fruits. All right,
that's right.
The men that actually kept the faith to the very end, finished our course.
Yeah,
not a man that started the course and didn't finish it.
Ooh,
we want to be the part of the men that actually stuck through the whole course, man. No matter how rough, how tiring it was. All right, no matter how laborious it is, whatever it may be, man. We want to finish the course, man. All right. That we want to continue to labor that we may enter into that rest, man, and receive that crown of life, man. All right, and be written in the book of life, Adawan Ratazah.
That's right. That's right. You know, I'll end it off on here through the Spirit. This is 2nd Ezra 2:42. I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people whom I could not number. And they all praised the Lord with songs. All right, that song that no man could learn, but the 144,000. And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns.
That's talking about Yahweh Shai.
And upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly.
Yep.
Yeah, you see, Yahweh Shai is going to be placing those crowns upon those men, the elect. Personally, you know, we've been reading about the crown of life. The Apostle Paul mentioned that he's finished his course. There's a crown laid up for him, and not only him, but those who love the Lord's appearing as well. Okay,
and that's the honorable thing.
Yes,
receiving that crown. We want the Lord's will be part of that number that does receive that crown. All right.
Yep.
Because that's showing that what we continue to labor and fight the faith and kept the faith until the very end.
That's right.
Because not everybody's going to receive that crown. Only the elect. They're the ones that's going to receive that crown. Yes, all our people are going to be in the kingdom. Yet not everybody is receiving that crown.
Yeah, that's right. That's an award for enduring to the very end. That's an award for finishing your course. Okay, you don't get that reward for quitting, for losing the faith. All right, for celebrating too early. All right, because if you're in that spirit, man, you're done. Okay, because we've been establishing in this lesson through the spirit and through the precepts. Hey man, it's not over yet. It's not over until it's over. And Ezra has seen this, man. Ezra has seen the end all be all, man. You know? Well, matter of fact, let me pull this out real fast. Yep, it's already right here, and I'll hop back there. Ecclesiastes 7 and 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. You know? I just wanted to hit that point right there. Okay?
Which is that's what we're looking forward to, is the end.
Yeah.
Because the end is what's going to be the glorious thing.
That's right.
Receiving that crown of life and resting from that labor that we've been laboring in. All right, we ain't going to have to labor no more. We're going to be able to finally rest. All right, finally actually live life, because this isn't living. All right.
That's right. That's right. You know, those that are beamed up into the chariots, man. You know, those who were martyrs, okay? Those who remained their faith and their integrity to the very, very end. Those who finished their course, all right? It says, so this is back in 2nd Ezra 2 and 44. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, the immortal.
Yeah, have that spiritual body, because these corruptible bodies not making it into the kingdom.
That's right.
That's when that's the men that are going to receive those crowns of glory. All right, we're going to have those spiritual bodies that's waiting on us as well, along with the crown of glory.
Yep.
All right.
I got this precept real fast to back that up. This is 1 Corinthians 15 and 52. And a moment, well, this is, I'm gonna start at 50. 1 Corinthians 15 and 50. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall be changed. But we shall all be changed.
Yeah, we're going to be changed. These bodies are going to be changed.
All
right, because these bodies can't even make it into the to the outer space.
These bodies are corrupt.
Yeah, they're corrupt.
These bodies
chains of darkness.
Yeah, these bodies are wicked,
they're
man.
They're prone to sin.
And these bodies are hell unto us. Why would you want to take this with you? You know, take hell into the kingdom.
Yeah, these are terrestrial bodies, earthly bodies. They can't go anywhere else. We're just stuck here. Hell. We're going to have those celestial bodies.
These bodies are corroding. These bodies are prone to wickedness. All right. It's, you know, yeah, we're going to have incorruptible bodies, man. You know, it says, in a moment, in a twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, all right. You know, that last trump representing what? The destruction.
Yeah.
Okay. For the trump shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption.
Yeah, and the corruptible is these bodies, and that incorruption is that spiritual body.
Yep.
Because that spiritual body is incorruptible, because we're never going to be going off, and that body is a spiritual body.
That's right. That the extraterrestrial body, man.
Yep.
You know, simultaneously, when the elect are being beamed up, man, guess what? The flesh is going to be left here on earth to burn, man. Your spirit is going to be risen up, okay, into the chariots and placed into that incorruptible body, man. That extraterrestrial body, man. Okay, the body that's perfectly suited for your spirit. Okay. For it says, for this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. We're
Yeah.
gonna live forever.
No, yeah, that's
Yeah,
the point.
yeah, we're gonna live forever, man. You can't. What person you ever heard living forever in these corruptible bodies? Nobody. All right.
Barely make it to 70. Like if you're a dude, like you lucky if you live into 80.
Mm-hmm. That's right, man. And especially the way that Esau is we was going into that earlier. The way that Esau is stinking up this place, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, pressing out all this pollution, all this death, man. And that's why the Lord is cutting the time short, man. Okay, because literally, we're dying in this flesh, man. Yet we're living in through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
Okay, you know, and ultimately, what we're gonna receive everlasting life if what we finish our course, man. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it says, so when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory.
Yep. And that's when death's going to be swallowed up when we get those incorruptible bodies,
Mm-hmm.
because we're going to live forever.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah, and that's what Ezra is seeing, man. I'll jump back to this.
Mm-hmm.
Second Ezra 2:45. He answered and said unto me, these be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of the Most High. How now are they crowned and receive palms?
Yeah, and he's talking about the elect. All right.
Mm-hmm.
They put these they put off the mortal body and received the immortal bodies, man.
That's right.
All right, and confess the name.
Mm.
All right, because the name is a very important thing.
That's right. That's right, man. It says, then said I unto the angel, what young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands?
Mm-hmm.
So he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world.
Yeah, Yahweh Shai, whom
That's
they
right.
have confessed in the world.
That's right.
And that's what the elect are going to be doing, confessing Yahweh Shai in the world boldly until the very end. All right?
That's right.
Until they receive that crown of life from Yahweh Shai himself.
Mm-hmm.
That's the ultimate prize, all right? Because like I said, all our people are ultimately going to be in the kingdom, yet they're not all going to receive that crown like the elect are going to receive.
They're not going to receive the glory that the elect is going to receive, and the elect are going to maintain that glory forever.
Yeah, because nobody else, you can't go replay that. You can't go back and try to get in there. No, it's only the elect that did that, and they're going to always be remembered for doing that.
Yep.
Everybody else, they're going to be happy as well. Yet they're not going to have the glory that the elect have, because we did. This is what the elect did. As far as enduring to the end. All right, proclaiming the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai boldly and keeping the faith until the very end. No matter how crazy we was looking in the world and everything else, we stood boldly and stiffly for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, waiting to receive that crown of glory.
Yep, and endured all types of afflictions and temptations.
Mm-hmm.
Are for the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It says, so he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
Mm-hmm.
And Ezra was looking, he was in there too,
Yeah, the whole time looking at himself.
Yeah.
He didn't even know.
Yep.
But he said he commended them.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's an honorable thing to do, man. Just like people commend us when they see us on the highways and byways, they give us the fist up or whatever. Because not everybody can do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's such an honorable thing to do. All right. Receiving that glory isn't going to be, everybody isn't going to have that level of glory, because not everybody did that.
That's right. That's right.
And this is a story that's going to be told in the kingdom of all the hell that we actually went through here, and then our people that was all against us, yet we still proclaimed boldly the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai until the very end. That's no matter what we had to go through or who we had to face.
That's right. The greatest story ever told, man. Okay. and that's when it's over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know, and
Yeah. Yeah, you until you got a crown on your head, it ain't over, man.
yeah, and I know dusty ass, or cheap ass plastic crown or whatever the fuck you
Yeah.
tiny whatever, man,
Any
some
crown you
rusty ass
receive
shit.
here is on a low level,
It's
man.
corruptible.
It's corrupted because it's here. All right. Until you in that spiritual body receiving that crown from Yahweh Shai himself, man. All right. You ain't at the end. All right. That's when we gonna be at the end. If we're a part of that number of Lord's will and we receiving that crown from Yahweh Shai himself. All right.
That's right.
That's when we know that we can truly you sincerely and truly know that you finished your course because you receiving that crown. You were written in the book of life.
That's right. That's right. You know, you know. All right, and then that's when the end of Esau world is over. Cause
Mm-hmm.
guess what? That's when the beginning of Jacob's world starts, man.
Yep.
That's when the fun begins. All right. That's when the rest begins. Okay. That's when the glory begins. All right.
That's when our story begins.
Yeah, straight up.
So,
You
cause
know.
this is part of the story, but that's when the real story begins for us,
Mm-hmm.
like the good stories, man. Really living.
That's right. That's right, man. You know. So yeah. With that, we're gonna go ahead and close out once again, giving all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. All right. Lord's will. This was edifying to the body. You know. Um, brother should this should pump it should be comforting and pump more motivation unto you. All right. You know, keeping that in mind. All right. You know, continue to strive, finish your course. All right, because we have a great reward waiting upon us, man. Okay. You know, so with that, we're gonna go ahead and say shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.